Right, in today's video I'm going to show you how to overboard an existing ceiling. So all we're going to do is a layer of new plasterboard. It's going to be replaced over some existing board using a collated gun, collated screws. I'm going to show you the processes, the tools you need and how-tos. So stay posted, don't forget to like and subscribe. Click the notification bell so you're notified of all our latest videos. Stay tuned. So we are back at the warm roof project. I'm just going to plasterboard the inside now, which I showed you the other day. Got a plasterboard on top, just going to take it off the inside now. I've just marked where the joists are. Always make sure you do that so you remember, because when you put your board up, if you can't see it, you faff around screwing absolutely everywhere and you're missing, it's a pain in the ass. So I'm just threading the screws through this bit and then it goes up through here, put into place, and then obviously on this side here you have the depth of the screws, so whatever size screws you have, just use this button here to pop out, slide up and down, adjust the correct screw size, and then you're ready to go. Right, so we just use the plasterboard props, hold it in place for a minute, and then I use the collated gun just to go through. You can see I've tapped on the ends here, because I can see where the old timbers are, and then what I'll do in a minute is get my laser out or something, just go from end to end. All you do is hold the button in, trigger, and then push up. But because we're overboarding over a partially damaged ceiling, I'm going to put more screws in. So I'm going to go every 5-6 inches roughly, instead of every 8 inches. That's just to reinforce it, to try and keep the strength there and straightness. So what we've got here, okay, this is called a plasterboard prop. So all this does is, once the plasterboard's up, say if you're struggling, get this up, pump up using this handle, okay, and that holds it up in place. And as you see now, I'm free to walk around, mark anything I need to, get my eye through for where I'm screwing. So we have one here and one down this side, okay? So one either side, and that just keeps you nice and free to mark and screw, okay? So that's a handy tip to make sure you have. If you haven't got another body, make sure you've got a pair of plasterboard props. So depending on the size plasterboard you're using, etc., we've got 2 layers of one 9mm and one 12.5mm. So we've got some 42mm screws that we're using here, okay? So just think about that, so whatever size plasterboard you're using. For the overboard, make sure there's enough to connect the screws into the new timber above. And then all we have to do is the collated gun. So collated means they just come on this strip here, and they just slot out through here. Inside, changing the depth to the screws on the gun, and then that is it. And then it's just a case using the button, push down, and then pushing up. You have also, on this side here, there's a little knob inside here, see it? That is a depth gauge as well, so basically how far the screws are going to be sticking out. You want them to be sunk in by 1 or 2 millimeters, no more, no less. You don't want them sticking out because you've got to faff around. Sometimes it happens. I mean, this I can just take off and screw it back up, but if not, get an impact driver or some sort of combi drill or anything like that with a PH2 bit inside, and then that will just allow you to screw the drills up. Job done. So when you're positioning your plasterboard, think about the next board that you're going to do. So you're going to have to take the measurements, okay? So for example, we've laid this board this way, but it's going to be an absolute pain to get it all in that way, running the same way. So we're going to go this way now, and all you do, make sure you measure your 1200s so you know, and then we've got a distance from here to there, and then from there down to there, and we transfer those measurements out to the plasterboard out here, which I'll show you now. So as you can see down here, that is the size of boards that we need for that area I just showed you. Okay, so we write our measurements down here, 1540, 1615. Remember which side it is, so when you flip the board up, you know where the position of the plasterboard is going to sit. And all I've used then is my pencil. I've done my spirit level, sorry, just to show you the example of the video where the line is. But all you need to use is a spirit level or some sort of straight edge and a Stanley knife. And you just cut down the plasterboard, which I'll show you now. And you can break it off from behind and then cut from the back, and then that will separate the piece, and then your job done. So I'll show you that now. So you've got a Stanley knife, and all we do, use our straight edge, put it up to the marks, make it straight, then just run your knife down the straight edge. like so. Do it 2 or 3 times just to make sure you're through. Makes it easier. And then what you can do then is pull the board out. Like so. Right, and that's it. 2 pieces are separated. Check for any burrs, any points sticking out further than the mark that you don't need. Just trim it off with your knife there. You can get a tool called a surf form. That basically is like a cheese grater for plasterboarding. And all you do is just shave it down. But for now, I'm just going to show you this because any DIYers out there that haven't got other tools, it's just an example to show you to make it nice and easy. If there's any questions or queries you have, don't forget to drop a comment down below and let me know, and I'll get back to you and answer your questions. So what we're using here is a 12.5mm square edge plasterboard. Square edge meaning the edges around the plasterboard is square. You can get tapered boards, which is more for dry lining. So about 3 inches of it is tapered in, and then it lips back out. So if anything plastering and stuff, it's easier to get square edge boards, scrim around it, etc. You can get different size plasterboards depending on your requirements. The standard is 12.5mm plasterboard. If you're using fireboard or anything like that, it's 15mm. But for a standard ceiling like this, 12.5mm plasterboard is sufficient. Another important tool to use as well is a bevel. Okay, that's to find out any angles that you may require. Okay, so what you do, try to do it one hand is a bit tricky, but we've locked it in place, and we bend it. Okay, so you're making sure both pieces of the bevel are touching the wall, and that gives you your angle. So we take this out now, transfer it onto our measurement outside, like so. So you can see our pencil mark there now. Run this down, so my measurement is right in that corner. Like so. Then I'll choose my level. That's the angle we need to be there. Job done.